So here's a prototype of a part of the game that I'm making. So right now we're using a series of boxes so that you can play hide and seek on a board game. Here are some of the pieces we're going to use today. We'll be using these two. We're going to be using Charmeleon, I forgot which one this was, Charmander, as Apollo today. And we're going to be using Pikachu as Zeus. And these are models that I got for free from thingiverse.com. Yes, so I'll leave descriptions. I'll leave a link in the description for where you can get these models. They were made available by a person named Sen Yi or Ken Yi. You'll see in the link. So if you want to support that person for giving us these free models, and these two also, so we can make this game, you can do that. Alright, so let's begin. For this game, a lot of the rules aren't ready yet, but you pick a token so that when you're hidden in a smaller space, let's say over here, you can take this token, for instance, and now you can't see it until you look over. Oh, what's that? Now I have it. Now you can see. Take a look in here. In the case that we get in there, means we would be able to put a guy there, but we wouldn't be able to put the lid on this guy in there. So take it out, put in a token. Now you're in there, close it up. There. Wonderful. All right, let's take this out. Let's start with Apollo. We're going to place Apollo on the map. Alright, so Apollo will have the green emerald bingo token. Next up, our Zeus. Zeus. There. Oh. The board is set. We are ready to go. Let's start with Zeus. Generally, characters will, whoever is playing the opposition would have some kind of barrier or a screen so that they don't see this. Zeus can move 5. So far moved 3. So these arrows indicate where the doors are. So that means if you find the red arrow, you can then close this box and then look for the red arrow in the next room. And it also would mean you would check this room. Nobody in there. So we're going to land here. That's 4 and 5. So since this room doesn't have a lid, what occurs to me, I forgot to assign Zeus his token. This is the first time I'm testing it. Perhaps in future videos I will have this remembered too. So that way when the opponent takes their turn, they're not going to notice that there is a character there. This is what they might see when they are going to begin their turn. They wouldn't notice unless they're going into that room. Then you go over and look. Oh, there's someone in that room. Oh, there's rubber ducky Zeus. Zeusy goosey. Next is Apollo's turn. Apollo. Apollo can also move 5. Actually, he should be able to move more. Let's have... No, never mind. He'll move 5. Let's have Apollo... It's 2. There was the yellow. It's the yellow door there. So that means we're going to take Apollo out of this room. Close that. We're going to open this one. Look for the yellow. There it is. Oi. I command you. Alright, so Apollo is here. That's, I think, 3, 2, 3, 5. That's a bit irritating. Alright, that's Apollo's move. Next is Zeus. Zeus is there. Take out that token. Could put Zeus on top of it. Whichever. Zeus is going to move 1. That's the green door. We're going to leave this room. We're going to look for the green door. At which point we would find out that Apollo is in the building. Zeus is going to be here. So that was 3. This is 2. So now I can move 3. Oh, try to attack Apollo. I have 3 more movement available. Right, they are 7. Apollo is 7 squares away. Zeus has 10 range. Apollo has 7 range. Zeus is going to make a ranged attack against Apollo. Apollo is going to dodge over here. Right. Apollo's turn. Apollo is going to counterattack. Apollo has the god of archers power, which means he can have a single shot of infinite range, and he could charge. It takes a turn to acquire it, and then another turn to use it. But can he get far enough away? He's currently 7 away. There's only 3 squares left here to back up, so there's no way to get out of Zeus's range here. Zeus is exactly 7 away, so we can attack Zeus from here. Apollo is going to launch an attack at Zeus. Zeus is going to get struck and take 1 damage. Zeus is going to take a turn to use the Mighty Strike ability. So the next turn, he's going to be able to fire a thunderbolt that deals 500 damage. Apollo is going to make a ranged attack again. Zeus is going to tank it, which means Zeus has a power called Divine Aura. What that means is that Zeus can intermittently deflect or just not take damage. And Zeus's Divine Aura is one of the more powerful versions of this ability, so it happens often. Zeus is going to throw a charged thunderbolt for 500 damage. Apollo has 4 hits of damage, so Apollo gets hit for 500 damage, definitely KOs Apollo. And Zeus is the winner. Or would be the winner, with the exception that Apollo has the power of resurrection and healing. Get all those snakes out. So, yeah, I think the idea behind the snake being the death, the chthonic death symbols, that as the snake winds up, it is forwarding the death, the deterioration, and then when it goes up the staff, well, then it's leaving that space, and then the health comes back. The opposing the Asilionic idea that we live in a chaotic universe where all these little things are doing things that act against the living things, or orderly, the type of order that we would want. Let's say what we call order is chaos when it's helping us. So the specific chaos that we like, as opposed to the Asilionic idea that they're all separate, doing different things, that someone would have to take each of them and put them back together in some way that no Homo sapien could, that the snake represents some kind of DVD or central thing that's in control of all these pieces, that's making them look like they're separate and individual, doing separate physical activities based on the physical properties of that object. But really, there's some one thing that controls it all. And if you can turn that back, the snake, turn it back, or have the staff of Asclepius, who is the son of Apollo, to have the snake wind up out of the body, it will rewind it will turn back the hands of death and restore life. But Apollo does not have to activate that ability right away, so he could just give the point to Zeus for now, and let's put some more players on the map. Oh, I have to... Okay, great. So let's have Squirtle be Posidon, and will be assigned the blue bingo token, and have Bulbasaur be Pan, and be assigned this thing. This will be his token. Let's have Posidon be put down here. And let's have Pan be put down there. Now Zeus will return to Zeus's turn. It's going to be Zeus's move now. Zeus came down here, and then we found Apollo. Let's continue to explore this way. I think that's 5. Zeus has moved 5, and let's have Zeus charge another mighty bolt, since there are other players on the map. Right, I'm going to put Zeus down just so I can close this thing. Next will be Pan. 3. Now we're going to find the red one, which is this one. Pan has a movement speed of 4, but he has the power of teleportation. That's a special ability that takes a while to come back, so we're not going to use that yet. Put Pan's token there. One of the good things about these silicon ice trays is that you can drop the tokens in there. They don't make noise, and they're flexible, so you see I can reach to the bottom of the ice tray, get the token. One of the drawbacks is when you put them in, they look like, it's like that. Perhaps if the bases will be larger. If I make a version with the silicon ice trays exclusively, perhaps I'll make one where the bases are large enough that they can stay like that, and they can fight. I don't exactly like how there are holes in the map. It serves some things good, but there are drawbacks. There are parts I don't like about it. Next up, Posidon, another son of Kronos. Posidon is going to go this way. 1, 2, 3. That's the yellow one, so we're going to close this one, look for the yellow gate on the adjacent box here. Where's the yellow? Alright, so we see Apollo. There's no way to know that Zeus isn't down. You'd have to ask, say, oh, I see Apollo. Is Apollo down? Yes, Apollo's down. Then you see Zeus. No, Zeus is not down. So that means we're here. Right, I see Zeus there. So who gets the drop on who? I assume some way I'd have to determine when you find someone, who is it you who discovers them and gets the surprise, gets the drop on them, gets to exploit the element of surprise, or do they? Because you find each other. Who's surprised here? Posidon is going to throw the trident, use Trident Strike, which deals 3 damage. So Zeus is going to get hit for 3 damage. Zeus gets hit for 3 damage, and that KOs Zeus. Posidon scores a point. However, Zeus has a power called Purify. And what that means is if he gets KO'd, or he can heal himself back to 1 damage. Zeus is going to hurl that mighty thunderbolt that Zeus had built up in an earlier turn. Posidon will dodge. Nope. Missed me, bitch. And that's all for Zeus's turn. Right, Posidon is going to use Sea Barrier, which will give him some protection from Zeus, and a 1,000-point barrier. I've been so wrapped up in that, I've been forgetting Pan, so let's put these guys down. We're gonna go see what is Pan up to. All right, Pan is there. So put that right there. It's there. Pan can move 4. Let's have him go. Let's get that thing. Oh, get that thing out of there. Right. And Pan was here. 2, 3, 3. Oh boy. Oh boy, get a load of that. What's going on in there? So Pan is here. All right, who's alive over there? Zeus is alive at 1 point of life. Apollo is down but feigning, but you don't have to tell them that. You could just say Apollo is down. Posidon is kicking with Sea Barrier. Right, so Pan has a range of 4. Zeus is too far away. Pan could step up and use some kind of power. All right, we're going to move up, and we're going to use... Pan will use Mesmerize on Zeus, which would force him to not target Pan if Zeus was, and it also otherwise stuns him for a turn. Pan is now going to use a light attack on Zeus. Zeus is going to tank it. Zeus takes no damage. That's Pan's turn. Now it's Apollo's turn. Now Apollo can use the power Resurrection to return to full health and full energy. And Apollo is going to use a special power called Die Shot, which allows Apollo to attack twice. And Apollo is going to attack both Zeus and Posidon. Alright, Zeus gets hit for 1 damage and is down. Zeus out. Second attack will be on. Second attack is going to be on Posidon, and Posidon blocks with Sea Barrier. Posidon's Sea Barrier is now down to 999 points of life, or in power integrity. Posidon is going to attack Apollo with... I'm going to make a regular attack against Apollo. Apollo is going to get hit for 1 damage. We're going to have Pan move up 3. Now, Pan can attack Apollo. Pan will attack Apollo with a ranged attack. Apollo is going to take 2 damage. Right, Apollo needs to get out of here. Apollo's going to move 5. Apollo's going to move here and is going to make a close combat attack against Pan. We're going to go for the Solar Plex shot, which is a power that Apollo has. It's like a mighty strike for Zeus, but it doesn't need to be charged. So he's going to strike Pan, and it's going to... The special effect is it stuns him for a turn, deals 1 damage. Next up, Posidon is going to go for the Cracker. That is, Posidon's going to move 5 squares here. Posidon is going to hit Pan with an attack that deals 2 damage and 2 knockback, knocking Pan here. Pan is still solar plexed, so he is stunned. Pan is going to use that teleport power. Teleporting out? We're just going to close this, and their opposing characters would put up their screens so that Pan, or perhaps during Pan's... Well, this is Pan's turn, so now everyone put up their screens. Pan is going to teleport here. Be in there. That's where Pan's is. No one saw anything. Alright, next is... what's his face? Apollo. Alright, Apollo's going to move back 5. Apollo is going to make a long-ranged attack at Posidon. Posidon has Sea Barrier, so 998 points of life. Posidon's Sea Barrier drops, and the See, Apollo's got the reach on you with 7 range. Poseidon has 5 range. We're going to use we're going to move forward. Okay, and from there we can use Trident Strike. Right, Apollo's going to dodge the first hit of the Tri-Strike, and then take the remaining 2 damage. I think that KOs Apollo. Pan's turn. What's he gonna do, Pan? Pan has got to do something. What is Pan going to do? Pan is, I really don't want to go back out there. Pan is going to use herbs. He's going to heal 1, but he can only do that once per, he can't do that every turn, so he's going to heal 1, and that's going to put him up to 2 health. Back in there. There. Alright. There. Back here. So Apollo is down. Poseidon is over here. Poseidon is going to move 2. Go up this way. Look for the, which one is it? The green gate. That's here. Nobody in this room. Alright, let's stop the game here, then Poseidon's going to have to go look for Pan. So we're going to come back and respawn everybody, and we're going to play another round.